My name is Mizra Ramirez, and today I will be doing a demonstration video for my speech class. Today I will be showing you how to make corn tortillas. This is the way that my mom has taught me, and the way she makes them. Okay, so what you're gonna need is 2 cups of flour. This is the kind of flour we use for the corn tortillas, because if you do it with regular flour, it's not gonna come out as consistent as if you use this flour for corn tortillas. What you're gonna need is you're gonna need a pan or a griddle or a nonstick pan that will heat up to around 400 degrees. If you're using a stove, just put it like as high as you can, so then the tortillas cook faster. You're gonna need 2.5 cups of mostly hot water. You can add some cold water there, but it's gonna be mostly hot water. You're also gonna need this tortilla maker, press, and somewhere to put their tortillas. So the first step is to get your flour, and then you add your water to your flour. Once you add your water to your flour, you start mixing with your hands. Try to get all the flour and all the water mixed in evenly with your hands. Make sure you get everything. I added like half of the water, and then once I feel like it's almost there, I'll add the rest of the water. Once I feel like the water's been mixed a little bit with the flour, add in the rest of the water and just mix through. Since you're using most hot water, it might burn your hand a little bit. But just try to do the best you can. So when you start mixing, you will find you need like a nice consistency. You don't want it too wet, but you don't want it too dry. You want like a perfect in between. So I think this has become a little bit too wet. So what I'll do is add a little bit, like just how I feel like it. Just integrate it a little bit and keep mixing to try to make it a little less watery and a little bit more consistent. I think it needs a little bit more. So you keep on, after you add the flour, add the water, and you get to a nice consistency, you get your flour, or make sure your dough, and then you try to make it to like a ball. Depending on the size of your balls is how big the tortilla is going to come out, and depending on how much you press it down on the tortilla press depends on how thick and how big the tortilla is going to be. So this is like, alright, medium size. I'll take a bit off. Medium size tortilla. So what you do is open your press. Usually they come with 2 plastics. You put it on the plastic. Put the other plastic on top, lay it down, and then put force on it to press it down. If your dough is a little bit more watery, don't put too much pressure, because then it can get way too thin, and if it gets too thin, it will stick to the plastic. So once you get your tortilla, take off the plastic and then put it in your hands, like this. And then after this, you just put it on your hot pan or griddle, and you let it start cooking. So usually it takes like 30 to 45 seconds to cook on each side. The way to easily notice is you will see a color change on the tortilla, and once you notice a color change on the tortilla, you will know it's time to flip. So we're gonna make another one. Put the dough in there, press down lightly, and then get your tortilla. Make one more. I think there's time for one more. the measurements that I gave you will last you around like 15 to 20 tortillas, medium-sized tortillas. Once you notice the color change, you can like, the method that I like to use is like you spin it, because like when you do these like not raw ones, they won't spin as much. So when you spin it, you know it's time to flip it around. So the tortillas will be 2 flips. So this is to cook the other side, and then when you flip it back again, it's gonna blow up a little bit, and that means it's cooking and it's getting a little bit air inside. That means you just let it on the other side for like 30 seconds, and then you can take it out and then eat it. So I think this is almost done. This is ready to flip. I'll just make another one right now while I'm waiting for these to cook real quick. And I'm using my hands. I'm kind of surprised because I usually can't flip it that well with my hands. But you can obviously use like a spatula or something to flip it if you can't like touch it directly with your hands. So see here, once I did the second flip, there's like small bubbles, like air bubbles creating in the middle between all of them. That just means that there's like air inside, and that's a good thing. Don't worry about that. That's usually a good thing. That means they're about to finish. So once it's gone like this, you can then take it out. A nice color change, nice little brown here. And then this is your finished product, and then you can obviously make more as much as you want. This is a great example of when it airs up a lot. So once you've done this, I like flipping it just one more time real quick to let the air escape, and then you put it, you store them somewhere. I'll just leave it there. And this is your finished product, and then this, you can just use it for whatever you want. Whatever food you want to eat with it, or make food out of it. And yeah, that's how you make corn tortillas. Thank you for watching.